Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Corruption has appeared throughout the land and sea by what the hands of people have earned. So you may let them taste part of what they have done, and perhaps they will return. And this is in Surah Al-Rum, verse 41. Assalamu alaikum, my brothers and sisters. How are you all today? So today's topic will be about Islam and climate change. So first of all, here's a very important question. Why is climate change so important? Why do you think that? Think that for a minute. And what do you think Islam has to say about climate change? Well, there are three things that Islam mainly say about climate change. So the first one is Islamic history close to nature. So this basically means that in the Quran, it says throughout time that you should keep nature safe, you should keep things safe, you should keep outdoors safe. And it's not only saying to us now, but it's been saying to generations and generations before us. So the next one is religious obligation, and that basically is that it is compulsory that we do something to stop climate change, that we should keep our forests clean, keep the sea clean, keep all nature clean. And the third one is Islamic treatise to preserve the environment. This basically means that yes, we should use it, yes, we should enjoy it, but you should also look after it once you're done with it. Like when you've done playing something, you look after it, you've tidied it away. That's it, when you've used something or when you've done a picnic or something, you should tidy up after you. But that's basically also helping climate change because you're putting your rubbish away. So what's happening today in the world and what could happen? There are advantages and disadvantages, and I'm going to name a few. So the advantages is that if you plant more trees, the advantage of that is that there will be a lot more nature, there will be a lot more animals to live in trees, and of course to us there will be a lot more fresh air for us to breathe in. There's the next one, which is a good legacy. That means that if we the advantage of that is that if we keep our earth nice and clean, then the generation after us, they will have a nice clean place to live, a nice clean place to enjoy. And the next one is there will be less diseases because there will be a lot less waste going around. There will be less like dirt going around. And last one is that we will have more fresh air because there will be a lot more trees, a lot more nature for us to enjoy, and that we can breathe just calmly. So the disadvantages are that ways can impact on climate change, and this is that if we do not look after, we do not be responsible for our rubbish, then it will end up on oceans, it will end up on land, it will end up on all that kind of stuff, which is bad. The next one is that it will disturb our life. That means that if if it starts to have severe weather, if it starts to have more rubbish on the floor, if we start to do all this kind of bad stuff, then our life will be shortened because we won't have the proper things that we need to survive. The next one that follows on to the one I've just said is food production, and that basically is, like I said, if we can't survive if we don't have the right food. This is basically if there's like dirt on our food that grows on the floor, like onions, tomatoes, apples, all those fruits and vegetables that we need for the organic food that we need. If they don't grow properly because of severe weather, because of dirt, because of waste that goes on it, then the food won't produce properly. And the last one is that we won't be surrounded by cleanliness, because if we throw rubbish around, we won't have fresh air to breathe in, we won't have fresh stuff, we won't be just breathe calmly, we won't have to worry about anything. So, brothers and sisters, let's save the environment by being a Muslim child. And this climate change and this global warming, this is a wake-up call or a warning to tell us something bad can happen. Because if the earth goes up in flames, if everything happens, wrong happens, and everything and we don't take responsibility for our Earth, then that's it. We don't have any Earth that we know so far that we cannot live on. And the last thing I will talk to you about, or to tell you about, is we do not inherit the Earth from our ancestors, but we borrow it from our children. This basically means that our ancestors gave us this life in a nice, clean way. It's all clean, it's all perfect, and we have to use it in that way, and then give it to our next generation after us in that way. So basically, we shouldn't give our next generation all waste everywhere, dirtiness everywhere, and that. But we should give them what our ancestors gave us to us, and then we give it to them after. So it's fair for everyone. So my brothers and sisters, let's follow what our Quran and our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, hadith has said about climate change. And as kids, let's make sure that we do something to stop climate change and for environment. Because it doesn't matter who you are, a child or a kid, you can do whatever you think you can to stop climate change. It could be from lectures, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to do worldwide lectures, but you can just do simple in the park. You see rubbish, just pick it up. That's your help done. You've done something to help climate change, because that rubbish could have been wasted into the sea and on land. So that's it for the end. Thank you for watching.